ladies. I'm the last speaker today. I don't know if you are tired, but thank you for sharing your precious time with me, with us together. As a medical doctor, as a one who is dealing with the human brain every day, I know that human attention and time are very, very important things. So thank you so much for sharing your attention in your time to hear my story. So I have written as well some bullets because I will have to summarize something like 23 years in 10 minutes, but I will try to share my story. So when I was a little girl, I used to live with my parents in Mosambique. My father was an interpreter for Samora Machel, and Samora Machel was the president of Mozambique, and my mother was a teacher at the Bulgarian embassy. I have a brother, his name is Vasil, and he had a very severe spastic bronchitis. You know what is this? A very dramatic medical condition. And the attacks have a life-threatening effect. Mommy and Daddy were frantic and would panic, and I can still remember the expression of care, expression of fear and horror of their faces when my brother had an attacks like this. In these cases, they would call for Dr. Atanasov, and he was a tall, very kind, very noble man who would come to give medicine to my brother and who sprayed some pump into his mouth, and then my brother suddenly could breathe normally. And it was in moments like this that I fell in love with medicine, with doctors, and for me, Dr. Atanasov was a god. And what he did was like a miracle, real miracle. Not reading about it or not watching on the TV screen, real miracle. And my love for medicine and my reverence for doctors and my dream of becoming a doctor remained with me through all my life. And then, a few years later, I took a degree in medicine. I specialized in neurology for 4 years. Then I went in New York. I made my specialization in Cornell Medical Center, then in Rockefeller Science Center. And 2 years ago, I wrote and defended my 4-year dissertation in Medical University in Plovdiv. So now I had my PhD, I'm a PhD neurologist. But let's turn things back 23 years ago. And I would like to tell you what is my conception about how to be heard and visible today. One night, when I was on duty in the neurology department at the Medical University of Plovdiv, I received 2 patients with cerebral hemorrhages. You know what this is? When you had a very severe bleeding in your brain. But they were overweight and with poorly managed blood pressure. They hadn't followed lifestyle recommendations. They hadn't taken their medicine regularly. And as a result, they suffered from this severe cerebral hemorrhage. I remember thinking about the importance of preventive treatment, health culture, how important it is to have that awareness that we are product and our health is product to everyday choices we are making. But no one teaches us how to be healthy. Yes, in school, what we do? We teach some math, some history, some chemistry. There is no university of preventive medicine. Do you know, is there somewhere in the world such an institute or university about preventive medicine? Like a doctors, I'm working 30 years as a doctor. My daughter is 18 years old, and we are always treating complications. We are going after the complications of the diseases, but not before. And the important is to think about preventive cardiology, about preventive neurology. And then, after that night, I remember walking under some trees and thinking, I would like to change that. I want to promote preventive health care just to improve people's life. I want to create a TV university for preventive medicine and be capable of teaching that knowledge to thousands and millions of people sat comfortably on their sofas at home. I wanted them to have access to very high-quality, science-based health information. The core value behind my idea of TV University for Preventive Medicine was focused on protection and prevention because our health is the most precious thing in the world. 3 days later, I saw an advertisement in a newspaper and announcement on the TV. The TV Eurocom Bulgaria was announcing a competition for an entertainment program. The day approached, I entered the room, and the jury consisted of 7 people. And they told me, please, Nedelya, share with us your concept for 1 hour entertainment program. You know, I tell them, I'm a doctor, I'm a neurologist, and I see so many sick people, so many dying and disabled people every day. And I personally think it is not a very sensible idea to waste an hour of precious airtime on jokes and fun. They were just looking at me like this because I was supposed to go in a stage like this, catching some balls. Oh, ball number 17, you are winning an excellent vacation to Zanzibar. Please go there. I told them, I think that it is not fair to waste the airtime for such jokes. They listened to me, astonished. And I went on. My concept is for a science-based health program. I think we should change the designation of that slot in the schedule. And if you allot this time to me, I will create an educational program about proactive health culture. Back in 2000, 23 years ago, absolutely no one in Bulgaria had ever heard about health journalism, about science-based health journalism. And there had never been a TV program dedicated to health. So I, with a lot of love and a lot of dedication, I was the one who created it. I created science-based health journalism in Bulgaria. And that's exactly what happened. I started from scratch 23 years ago. And now today, we have get something like 1 million viewers. So this is the story from 0 to 1 million. It's all about those 23 years. I have never ever been off air, and it requires a lot of discipline, dedication, and the thirst for knowledge. And if I had to answer shortly how to be visible and heard today, I think that you have to be dedicated to the real meaning. As Martina told, by the way, in all those 23 years, I have been telling stories like Martina's. Her story was so touching, so inspiring. So she gives so much strength to all of us. Because when you see that somebody can cope with such a challenge, you can accept this kind of behavior and this mindset as well. Not the mindset of being a victim, but the mindset of being a winner. And you know, I love my program so much. I have a daughter, as I told you. She's 18 years old. She studies in London. And when they were asking, are you a single child? She was telling them, yes, I'm a single, but I have a brother, 23 years old. This is my mother's TV program because she is taking care of her program like this is a real child. So I think that this is very important to spread this kind of knowledge, scientifically based medical knowledge. and to raise awareness about the importance of everyday choices we made. Last year, I had the chance to make an interview with Tina Turner, and it was an incredible moment. And I will always remember what she told me and what she told to Bulgarian audience. You know, she had a very difficult life. She has been struggling with the kidney transplantation. She is a cancer survivor. She lost her son and then the second son. And at the end of our interview, she told me, nothing is more important than the inner peace. And even if the mission of congresses and meetings like this Equal Pay Day are fully completed, no money can buy the inner peace and the wisdom. So I would like to ask you, please, ladies, take a very good care for the inner peace deeply into you, because it means health, I can assure you as a neurologist, and happy women means happy and healthy nations and happy and healthy world. Yes, thank you so much for sharing your precious time with me.
For a great story, fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to us and sharing that when you have the mission,
yes, when you have the mission,
then you can follow it and make a real impact.
As Viktor Frankl was telling, he's the creator of logotherapy. If you have your big why you are making one or other things, you can pass through anyhow. How? Of course, it is difficult, but why? Find your big why, ladies, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Once again, applause for Nedelya.